Hello everybody, it's Ken Faulkner, and here for another knife video. And it is a knife video. Doesn't look like a knife video, it looks like a coin video. But reality is, at this point, I've been kind of on a streak of buying. Gotta slow that down, but right now I got a few sitting to the side waiting to do videos, and I can't decide which one I want to do. Sometimes such a tough dilemma to have, you know what I mean? Obviously, I don't have knives sent to me. They're all things in my collection. And like I said, I've been buying. And so I figured I'd flip a coin. So I got all the knives over here, up here. You can't see them yet, but you can see the coins. And I started thinking, oh, I'm just going to flip a coin. So I got out the Jack Wolf coin. This is really cool. I picked this up at California Custom Knife Show last year from Ben Belkin himself. And actually, I'm going to be going back to the fall version. There's two a year. Fall version of that coming up this next weekend. So I will be getting some more knives. So, so much for cutting down on my knife buying. But some of these are really cool. I mean, obviously, this is a cool one. It's a little bit bigger than all the other ones. You got other ones like this one is the EDC Roundtable, and it was established as 2022. So I guess at the 1 year anniversary, they made these very cool. I like those ones. It's even got kind of a lacquer over the top of it. Rosecraft Blades always have some good ones. They always give them out at the shows, so you don't even have to buy them. If you're buying knives, I don't know if you can just grab them, but I've gotten a bunch of them from them. This one's kind of funny. This is okay. So if I was going to flip this coin, we'd have a problem because it says, "I don't know. What do you want to do?" And then you flip it over and it says, "I don't know. What do you want to do?" So you could be flipping coin all day with that one. Not so good. This one's funny. It says, this is to decide whether or not, and I got this from Blade HQ, I believe. It says, this decides whether you want to buy the knife or not. So on one side it says, buy the knife. Obviously it's from We. Maybe I got it at a Blade show. But anyway, buy the knife. Or on the other side it says, flip again until you get to buy the knife. So that's got that outcome pretty well decided ahead of time. These are those old knife ones. They had them with a lot of their, this came with the Freeze. I got a couple of these. This is just one of them. And this one is from the coffee company. I buy my coffee from Fire Department Coffee. So they have some pretty good ones. This was one that they put out at St. Patrick's Day. It says, not luck, hard work. Because the firefighters, they're working hard all the time for us, and I appreciate them. This is one I won on a Bees giveaway. I think this was something that, again, Top Dog, the man, the myth, the awesome giveaway putter together. And anyway, this is a cool one. Nice patriotic one. This one I got at one of the shows. It is Blade HQ for sure. This one is anniversary, and it's got the donut on the other side. Get that there. So, yeah, the Desert Warrior. And this one's cute. I think this one, my girlfriend got in a giveaway, and she gave it to me. Super cute. I don't know which one's heads and which one's tails. I guess maybe the smiley face is heads. If you can't decide what mood you want to be in, you use that guy. So I'll go back to my original idea, and I'll move on with the video so we can get this done in hopefully less than a half hour. I think I should be able to do it. And I'm going to try to do this without destroying everything or making too much noise. Hang on a second. So heads is one of the knives. Tails is the other knife. All right, ready. Oh, there it goes. And it came up tails. So obviously tails back of Jack Wolf there. And we're going to move on with that one. And this one is from Rosecraft Blades. This is one of the rare occasions where I got a knife fairly soon after it came out. So you've seen this on other channels that, Rosecraft is great about sending knives out to channels. I'm not on the list on that. I mean, certainly not bitter about it. I kind of like the freedom of not really, I get to decide what I buy and decide what I show you guys. And there's no, certainly no pressure to put out the video. And a lot of them will get them for free, and yet say, "Hey, I'm going to say whatever I want to say." And I know that Andy Armstrong, who's kind of running that whole thing, is fine with that. But so it's got that paper that was it something free wax paper? I don't know. You guys know that I do like slip joints, but I am not the biggest slip joint guy in the world. But this one is cool, and I decided to get it. And another thing that I do with my knife collecting is to I tend to check boxes, so to speak. And what I mean by that is that I got certain things that I want to have in my collection. Certain types of knives, certain, like locks or steels or those kind of things. There's all kinds of stuff that I think about when I'm buying knives, and I'm kind of trying to get some of these things, right? So one of the things that I was meaning to do a while back, and I forget what knife it was. It was another Rosecraft one where they had a stag handle. And I like traditional knives. I like older stuff. I really like, and I don't get out to them as much as I did, but when people go out to like the what do you call it? Where you get old stuff, flea markets, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? You probably knew it before I said it. And they find old stuff, and this is obviously brand new because this is the Stinking Creek Sow Belly. And I just love that name. That already was attracting me. I know Tim showed this one, Tim School Fish, with the other cover on it, one video, and then showed this one later. And I was already interested in it. I kind of dug I like a knife that angles down in the front. And it gets you good in the cut. So as you're cutting through the material, it's not sliding up so much as getting caught in the blade and staying in the cut, if you understand what I mean by that. But yeah, this one's got the stag, and there was another one that they put out I wanted to get with a stag, and I ended up not getting it, and so I did go ahead and jump on this one. I don't know all the stats, a lot of nickel, silver on some of this stuff. Sometimes it's stainless steel. I guess these are flutes on here, which is a pretty typical thing. I know that this one is much thicker this way than the other one, which had a different kind of handle, more normal handle. Not the stag's not normal, but I guess it's not really. I mean, in reality, we can go through some of the other Rosecraft blades, because I do kind of like especially their. I have a couple of their modern folders, but I do like their slip joints. I don't have tons of them, but I do have a few. And you can see all these ones, and they're all kind of different. I like this bourbon bone. I like that skull on there. I got this one. I like the little pry bar on the end of it. It's these odd little things that kind of attract me to these knives. And so you can see that there's kind of a theme here because they're all fairly large knives. This one was cool because it had that finger choil as well, which I kind of liked. So these are the kinds of things, because I don't really have not nearly as many slip joints as I have folders, as you can tell by my videos. I pretty much show everything I buy, and sometimes I can get these weird things and cheaper things. I got another one that's waiting in the wings that it was like $20, less than $20 on Amazon, but I'm excited about it. I like cheaper knives, all kinds of different knives. And I show them all. But this is the one for today. It's that bone covered, because they call them covers instead of scales. I know that sometimes when I watch my videos back, I know I said something that I didn't mean to say. And that kind of helps when you're watching somebody else who does a video and you go, they didn't mean that. They meant something else. But once you've had a video, if you're like me, and you misspeak, so you understand how easy it is to do that. This is a D2. We'll get into some of the specs. D2 steel, which is something they use. Is not typical that I know of for slip joints. And like I said, it's thicker this way. Let's see if we can get a measurement. Don't necessarily want to get out the calipers, but it looks like it is almost 3/4 of an inch across, if you can see that. So it is thick, but I like it. I like that it fills the hand. I like that when you grip it, at a certain point, something gets really small, it feels like it can fall out of your hand or slip on it. But this, I feel like I have a good grip. Plus, we also have the bone, the stag. It's not really bone, right? It's I think it's the stag horn. Don't quote me. I don't know. I'm just learning about all this stuff, but I think that's what it is. And it makes me think of, and this is a Jack Wolf knife. Since I had the coin out, I figured. But this has that jig pattern in titanium, so it's almost like this pattern kind of mimics what you get on a stag naturally. Obviously, this is more random because it's a natural material. But yeah, it's very cool. And then in order to get down to that thinness, they taper it down here, and it's very well done. No real bad transition there. You're feeling that flute there, but you don't really feel the transition between the two. Even like getting the thumbnail in there, you don't really feel it. And that's the thing, is that this is somewhere around the $60 range, I think it was. Let me see what the price actually was. Okay, so it's $80. But sub 100. Obviously, everybody's price range differs. But the fact that you can get something like this, whereas this is more in the $300 range, and a lot of people aren't able to or want to spend that kind of money. I'm just kind of a fanboy of Jack Wolf knives. I don't know why. There's a lot of things I just kind of say that's just the way I am. Regardless, for this price range, I think that this is really good quality. I mean, you can see how clean the spring looks, and that it is flush on the half stop. Good, strong. Now, one thing about this one is that when you're pulling it, it's starting to loosen up now. But when I was first pulling it, I felt like I was going to break my thumbnail off. It's got a very strong pull. Jack Wolf, if you've ever handled one, you have a strong pull. But he tends to have, for the most part, a little. You can do a pinch. And if you've seen Casey over at Knives Fast, he talks about that he likes that because of his hands. He's had problems with it. But since you can pinch it, it makes it a little easier to grip. This one, at first particularly, it was a little bit hard to do because I can't get it unless you got really super strong fingertips. I can't get it without getting my thumbnail in there. Not a problem, and I'm not complaining about it at all because I love a good strong spring. I like that walk and talk. But it's just a little bit of an adjustment on that first pull. Nothing I'm crying about for sure. And it just looks beautiful. And now I have some stag handled, because they do use stag handles for fixed blades, some of the beautiful custom fixed blades. I would like to eventually maybe get a few of those. There's a lot of money to be spent on custom fixed blades, but one of these days. Anyway, that's it. It's the Stinking Creek. He names them after, I think it's in Tennessee, different place. And I looked it up just to make sure that it's true. But all the names, let's see, I got the ones I got on my list here: the Obed Creek Bow Trapper, the Clinch River Swayback, and the Appalachian Jack. So this one is the Clinch River and Swayback. You can see that. So that's that. Clinch River. All these places are real places. This one was the Appalachian Jack, and so Appalachian obviously, and then this is the Obed Creek. So they're named after actual things. So I did look this one up, and there is a place called Stinking Creek. It had a little thing on Wikipedia about it, how old, I think it was buffalo hunters or something like that would leave like carcasses by the creek and just leave them there, and they'd rot, and that's where the name came from. I don't know. Wikipedia, you never know if you can believe any of that stuff, but it's kind of an interesting piece, and it might be true. I don't know. So yeah, that's it. You got the Stag, the D2. I don't have any of the other details on it. I don't think the box really says much. You can go to the website, obviously, if you want to learn some more about it. But I think it's a really cool slip joint knife. If you like slip joints, you know, if you don't, maybe try one sometime. You can get them pretty cheap. I got that one that I said was under $20 is also a slip joint. That'll be coming up later on. I'll talk about that later. So anyway, that's it. We got our pick for the day. We got the Stinking River today, and we got another. I'm not going to mention what it is, but you'll find out. I'm excited about that one. So on the next video, you get to see what I was on the other side of the coin. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you had a great weekend. It's Sunday afternoon here. I'm wrapping it up for the week, and I will see you on the next one.